So 6 days later after diagnosis, I go in and have a mastectomy. Big operation, 9 hours, used the back muscle, pulled it underneath my armpit, grafted it to my chest. It was really funny actually, because I came around in the ward downstairs and I was starving because I hadn't eaten anything from the night before, and like 9 hour op as well. So I'd walked down to the theatre in the dark and got wheeled back up in the dark. So gets back onto the ward and rings the bell, and I says to the nurse, I'm starving, I really need something to eat. And she said, oh no, not yet, you'll be sick. So I left it for about half an hour, and then I pressed the button again and said, can I have something to eat now? And she was like, no, you can't have anything at the moment because you're going to be sick. And I just kept ringing the bell then every 10 minutes and saying no. And in the end, she lobbed a packet of sandwiches at me and a sick bowl. And she said, you want to be sick, darling? You be sick. So I get the sandwiches, two mugs of coffee, a Mars bar, and I wasn't sick. So she was a bit annoyed, I think, really, because I think she thought, right, serves her right. She's got all these stitches and she's going to retch in a minute. But the funny bit was, obviously I was supposed to be wearing an oxygen mask, and the anaesthetist came up about half an hour afterwards, and I was on the phone by then, ringing everybody, saying, yeah, fine, I'm fine. And he came up and he just looked at me, he said, what in the hell are you doing, Pauline? And I said, hang on a minute, I'm going to have to ring you back. I said, what's the problem? He said, that mask is not a party hat. And I had it up on the top of my head. So he went off and said, right, you need to have some of these pipes up your nose. I said, because I can't use the phone with the mask on. And, you know, I'm a bit of a party animal, and people seem to want to know what's going on. So I might be talking into the small hours. And he said, that up there, the morphine bag, he said, that needs to be used before you're allowed out of bed. So I'm there rummaging around all the bedding, looking for the control. And I remember that night, I just kept pressing it all night because I thought, I got to get out of this bed by tomorrow morning, high as a kite. And I remember texting one of my friends saying, you know, I'm really off my face now. And he said, right, I'm going to come down to have some. And I went, no, you bugger off, because this is mine. But yeah, I mean, it's what you make it. I was out of bed the next morning, drip in my arm. You know, you have the 2 bags with the drains and everything in them. But I was scurrying around the ward with my little stand and talking to people and just sort of like, well, trying to bring everybody along with me, really, because I think being positive makes things a lot more, well, productive, really. I think the whole healing process takes a lot less time if you're prepared to be promoting your health and be productive with it. So 3 days later, they let me out because he said, there's no point leaving you in here. He said, because we can't do any more for you. Although the nurses were sad to see me go, because, you know, I did lark about a little bit in there. And the morning that I was told that I could go home, I said to one of the nurses, I said, are you busy this morning, Lizzie? And she was making a bed, and she turned around and she looked at me and she said, why, what do you want? I said, couldn't shave my legs, could he? And that was it, really. So, you know, enjoy it, really. I'm just saying, embrace it for what it is. It is a part of your journey. It may not be the best part of your journey, but it is your life. So you just got to be positive and make the most of it.